if y'all been paying close attention, you remember last year, Miss Danna taught us how to make the ugly biscuits and tart apple crisp, which I have made many, many times. So I had to come back over for the fall, learn how to cook some more delicious meals, and luckily these are in your cookbook. But what have you got for us? What do you got for us today?
What have I got for you today? First of all, my cookbook is Happiness is Homemade, y'all, and it's available on Amazon. It'll come right to your house as print book or ebook. And this is Tater Tot Casserole. Tater Tot Casserole. It's meat, it's tater tots, it's delicious.
Gotta be good.
And we can just jazz it up with some different y'all seasonings that you've got.
Yep.
Some that I particularly like is the Southern Secret.
Okay.
And the Bama Burger and some of those. But anyway, this is super easy. So you're gonna crank your oven up to 350, which I've already done that for you. All right, and then you're just gonna need a casserole dish and spray that baby with some oil.
All right, we're going straight on.
Yeah, just get started.
Come on.
Oh, he broke it.
Rookie move.
Okay, that might spray you. Be careful.
Okay, we'll just aim it down.
That's brand new, by the way.
Okay,
yeah, there you go.
Are we good?
You're good.
Okay.
Okay, the next thing we've got to do is get 2 pounds of beef.
Okay.
And this is something that my husband raised on the farm.
Here?
Yeah. Well, on our Standridge
farm.
And you're going to just cut down through here. It's 2 pounds.
Okay, this whole
now
thing.
hold it over my garbage bowl here because
she's going to be messy.
A little messy.
Yeah. The last time we did the videos together, we also had some pranks involved.
Yes, we did.
If y'all remember correctly,
I do.
I hope none of this involves pranks.
No pranks on this one. I want you to succeed.
Okay.
This right here, your little boy's gonna love this food.
He is.
Right here.
So we're going this.
Open it up, drop it in.
Okay.
How easy is that?
Very easy.
And then, there you go. Just push that out. That's 2 pounds.
2 pounds
of burger. Put this in the garbage bowl and hop
Wash
over there
my
and
hands.
wash your hands. You remember that from when I used to teach you biology, right? Wash those hands, buddy.
I do. And we're shooting behind the scenes on this camera. I don't know when this one's going to be posted, but this could be the bloopers reel on this one.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to edit, or we're going to get Liz to edit the goods, make this right here look pretty, but
Yay,
the
Liz.
bloopers.
I might leave the bloopers.
Everybody needs a Liz
I'm
in
using
their
this
life.
one, right?
Yes. All of these are clean and ready to go.
Okay.
All right, so we have this here. We're going to have to spread this out. Now, the easiest way to do it, you can do it with your hands, but I just chop, and then spread it out with my hands. So you will be washing your hands again in just a minute.
That's fine. I've been needing, I want to get one of these little.
The chop stirrers.
I like the chop
love
stirrer.
mine so much. And I use it all the time.
Okay.
And if you go to my Facebook stuff where I do all my cooking,
You have a link for it?
I have a link for it.
There you
So
go.
all you got
I'm
to do
gonna
is
order
get
one
on there
today.
and order one. Okay. After this, I'll take that from you
Okay.
and do press it in with your hands.
Okay.
And then we'll get you to wash
We're going to
your
get
hands
this
in a
flat all the way, just kind of.
Yeah, just flatten it down. So far, this is easy, is it
Yep.
not? Don't tell people how easy this is because, you know, it might ruin my reputation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if somebody brings a tater tot casserole to a meal, it's always good.
It's always good, and it gets gone really fast. And you know
It's
what?
one of the first things gone every time.
It is, and teenagers love it. And
Yeah.
you can jazz this up or down. Go
Good.
ahead.
Is that good?
More hand washing.
Okay. This is one of those easy ones you just need in your
There's
book.
soap right there.
I got some.
Okay.
This behind the scenes would have busted me if I didn't actually use it.
Well, I have used this recipe so many times, given it away so many times, and people love it. And you can jazz it up. You can add cheese to it if you want it to be like a cheeseburger. But this is like a burger and fries, really.
Okay.
The next thing you got to do is decide what kind of seasoning you want. I usually put salt,
Okay.
and then I go through my y'all stash and see what I'm going to add that day.
All right, I'm gonna do a mix up of Fancy Steakhouse and Bama Burger.
Okay, go ahead. Just
I'm gonna
lay
start
it
there.
on there.
Okay.
It's so nice having somebody in the kitchen cook for me. Thank
See?
you. Thank
See?
you.
Okay. Is that enough layer?
Yeah, that's
Layer
plenty.
1.
And that Bama burger, oh, it is so good. Of course, all of these are my favorite that I pulled out.
Yeah.
And then that lime pepper, I made some pork chops with lime pepper the other day. Oh my goodness, it was good.
I love pork chops and lime pepper.
I do too.
I'll hit a little extra on here.
Okay, and the next thing you gotta do is pull out some soup, and this is cream of chicken, and just spread it over the top.
Okay.
And while you're spreading that over the top, I've got to zip to the freezer and
Okay.
get the tater tots.
Okay. All right. So far, seems like this is one of them ones made for me and Brandon. Yeah. And what I mean by that is easy, but impressive, because it's gonna taste good. You know what I mean? Because our wives don't really expect too much out of us at this point in our lives. So when we whip anything up, it turns out we get compliments for it. And also, one thing that I've learned since I started cooking, your followers are very particular on little stuff like making sure you get everything out of the cans, all that kind of stuff.
You need to scrape all that out.
And if you don't, they're gonna comment and let you know
that I didn't. That's right. But you know, a lot of us, and me included, when we were young marrieds, and David was in law enforcement, and I stayed home with the kids. Well, you know, it was a lot of penny pinching.
You better get everything out you can.
So we had to. So just spread that all the way across. Make a good little bed to lay these tater tots on top of.
Okay.
And on the tater tots, you can just go straight on there, dump them on, or you can do them in a line, however you want to. But I always line mine up, but that's just how I roll.
Yeah, I'm
Some people do designs, but I'm not. Usually, I'm a mama trying to get food on the table.
Yeah. And
so I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be gone in 5 minutes after you sit down.
We're not entering this into a contest.
Yeah.
Is that about good?
You feel good? It's good. Just lay that over there. We're moving on.
Okay.
And now all you gotta do is your tater tots now. Just load this puppy up. Let me do this so you don't get it so messy. All right.
I'm probably gonna go with a little bit of a neat pattern here.
Oh, he's gonna do a neat pattern. Overachiever you.
I don't know, that might get a little. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna start it with a neat pattern.
Okay.
And then it's quickly gonna turn into a not neat pattern.
It's quickly gonna be a dump them on there. You can throw this together really fast, and then what you got to do is cook it for an hour to an hour and 20 or 30 minutes. Now everybody's ovens are different. I personally have a very hot oven, but you've got to know that about your stuff, and you can always measure, get your meat thermometer and measure what you want your ground beef to be at, which is usually around 150 or 160. If you don't have a meat thermometer, do you have one in your kitchen? Good, then you know what you do.
Well, when I started cooking steaks a lot, cooking a steak with a meat thermometer is that's just gonna make the best steak every time.
And also with pork, when you do pork chops, I have somebody in my family that's like, I don't know what's going on with pork, it's so tough. But they were cooking it till it was way overdone. And after they got a meat thermometer, they're like, oh.
Well, I always thought growing up, my papa never used a meat thermometer, so I just thought if you use a meat thermometer, you're a rookie. That was what I thought.
And now you know.
Papa didn't use one, but then you start watching videos and you realize everybody uses a meat thermometer.
Yeah.
Because then you make perfect.
Yes.
Oh man,
just
I need a half a top. There we go. All right, now the
All
inside's
right,
gonna
now
be
the inside. Well, I will say that's probably the prettiest one that's ever been made in my kitchen because I never do that. I just layer them on top.
Well, I was gonna make a Trump joke right there and say that I built the wall first, but we're gonna leave that for now.
Well, that's hilarious. Hilarious.
So we about good?
Yeah.
We need one more.
Just press, and then if you want to, you can kind of press them in so they'll be sitting down in there. If you see any blank spots, just fill it in, push it around. It's no big deal. So you'll 350, and you're going to put it in here for between an hour and a half. And remember,
crispy's on top. You really need to.
You need to make sure your meat is done. Now, people are going to say, what's going to happen with the grease that cooks out of the beef? Usually with mine, and this is a beef that we raise on the farm, there is not any cooking to the top. But if you do have some cooking to the top, I'm going to show you a little secret that I learned from my followers. If you feel like there's too much, you can just do this. After it's done.
After it's done.
After it's done.
Okay.
After it's done. So that's it. And that goes
350, about an hour and a half-ish.
Check it at an hour and 15 minutes if it's not done. Now I'm going to tell you another secret too that I do. When I'm here and I think I got to make sure that's done, I always go straight to the middle. Pull one back. Look at the meat under it, make sure it's done, and then put it back. But you can't. You have to ease it back because it's all kind of melty together.
Okay, so when it's cooked, are you still going to be able to see the soup in there? The cream of cream of chicken?
You'll see when it comes out. It kind of turns into
its own
amalgamation of wonderful taste.
What a word!
Oh yeah.
Amalgamation.
Yes.
Can we make sure we remember? Liz, pop the word amalgamation up on the screen right here so I can remember that.
Impressive.
With the definition.
Yay!
With the definition, please. Include the definition.
Okay. Here we go.
Amalgamation. That is the official word of the day. Which what is amalgamation? That's just
It's come together.
come together.
Come together.
Amalgamation.
And combine and mix. Wow. And this is what it looks like, so you can see.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Yum on the way.
So we're gonna just tell the people we're gonna tell you all the truth about this video. Dan already cooked this one earlier.
Yeah, I did.
This is going on Y'all Sweet Tea channel. This is how cooking channels are done.
Yes.
Pretty much every cooking show is done this way.
Yeah, well, some of them are. If you're doing lives and if you're doing lives, you have to have something to show them at the end. Sometimes, you know, if your recipe takes an hour or two to cook, you can't hold them there for 2 hours. So you gotta have something ready to show them. So, ta-da!
So there you go. Now the question is, we'll just say about y'all. What are you gonna do with all this food now?
Oh, we're eating it.
I mean,
no. What you can do with
can't
this?
eat all this.
I know. Well, okay, on these right here, after you cook it, if you have leftovers, you put it in the freezer. Or either you eat it later. Now, I have been known to freeze the whole thing. And when somebody stops in and says, surprise, we're ready for supper, like some of my kids or grandkids, pull this out, pop it in the oven.
Come on.
Yeah.
So how long would that be good for in the freezer?
Oh, probably, I would leave it in there for around 3-4 months. But it won't last that long. It won't. You'll pull it out and use it because there'll be a night when you're like,
Buddy, I did not know that. Hold on, so you cook it and then freeze it or freeze it now?
I cook mine first and then freeze.
Comment if y'all knew that.
Yeah.
I had no clue that.
They knew it.
How many grandmothers are doing it? Every
A lot of grandmothers.
Okay. Well,
we all do
first time daddies
shortcuts.
haven't learned that trick yet.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, this goes in the oven at 350 and we're gonna plate some of that.
Okay.
Okay. Pull this over. And you know, sometimes when my followers are so sweet, it's a little warm. Somebody made this for me and sent it to me, so we're gonna celebrate my
Give that guy some hot pads over there.
I got them right here.
I wanted to try it, but I definitely did not want to try everything. Okay, what's great?
Okay, Liz, David, y'all up for eating?
Well, I want to see what your pullback method on the one in the middle.
Oh, the pullback method. Okay,
Yeah.
What I do? Let me put glasses on.
Let's
do that.
zoom in close on this part.
Okay, what I'll do is, and nobody will know this, I'll just kind of wiggle one around. And I go underneath and I pull out the meat and make sure
Oh, so you're getting a good look at it there.
that it's okay. And that meat is done.
Yep.
And so I put it back in there.
I'll
Nobody
be
will
John
ever know.
I'll be you.
And you know, you can do the side if you want to do the side too, but I always go to the middle because that's going to be the last to get done.
So all this, what looks to be like yellow in there, that's just the cream of chicken?
That's the cream of chicken. And some people add cheese in there too, a layer of cheese, and it is good with cheese. So you know, you
Hannah's
can
mom, she does cheese on hers. All right, I'm gonna go for one of these crunchy edges right here.
Oh, I love the crunchy. The edges are my favorite.
Go here.
Here, don't burn yourself if you need that.
I'm getting a
Being
daggum.
delicate, man.
I'm getting a daggum serving too. I'm gonna eat.
Get this. Go down the side. Yeah, push. There you go. Okay. You're hungry. Dun, dun, dun. And you know, some of my grandkids like mustard and ketchup on it like a burger, and some just eat it like
I'm
this.
gonna go regular to start, but that doesn't sound good.
Liz, David, y'all want to bite?
All right, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go with a live bite on camera before we wrap this up.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna burn my face all the way off on this
No,
plate.
maybe not. Blow, blow, blow.
Hey, it looks delicious.
Oh, it is hot. Don't burn your mouth.
My face will get burnt all the way off on this plate.
You can grab one bite out of there. Are you burnt? Okay. What do you think?
Money.
Good stuff.
I thought we need to tell Brandon to come up here for this.
Oh, this is good.
You know what I mean?
And see, you added the different seasonings you wanted. It is delicious.
What seasoning did you put on this one that we actually?
This one right here, I did the Bama burger.
Love it.
Bama burger.
This is so. I'm gonna say this is basic.
It's very basic and
But
it's
it's
very
so good.
fast. And if you're in a hurry and you're running in from work, you can have this ready. You know, you gotta go to the ball field, whatever. You can get it ready in the morning, pop it in when you get home in the oven. What do you think? Would your biology teacher steer you wrong?
Nope.
Nope. There we go. Not bad.
Okay.
It's rich.
Really quick story, because some of you probably have not clicked on since last year, or you've never seen it before. Miss Danna, who now has a cooking page, is blown up. How many followers you got?
102,000.
102,000. Page is blowing up like crazy. So make sure you go follow it. But Miss Danna actually was mine and Brandon's biology teacher in 10th grade. And
he still has that much energy that he had in 10th grade. Go ahead.
But in the 10th grade, Miss Danna, I got busted for cheating in her class. And what we did was, we memorized the entire study guide, A, B, CB, CB. We remember this whole thing. I text the answers. I text it to everyone so that we all would just remember the letters.
He's tricky.
Miss Danna was not going to be there for the test. So
we had a sub.
And we took advantage of the sub by, everyone made 100 Everyone made 100 on the test. We didn't even fake it, so we would get 85s. And the next day, I got in a lot of trouble.
A lot of people did.
A lot of people got in a lot of trouble.
Now, these were all advanced students, so they used their brains to figure out how to get around the test.
Yeah, and then what else happened? Oh, we got in a lot of basketball trouble too for that.
Yeah, y'all had to run.
Had to run a lot of suicides for that cheating. So anyhow, don't cheat. But
don't cheat.
Very delicious tater tot casserole, and now it's another arsenal in my bag. Taught to me.
Listen, this right here. You're gonna make this over and over and over.
I promise you. I'm gonna make this.
You will.
I'll make this weekend for dinner. 100%.
And I love these guys.
Oh, thank you.
They taught me a lesson too. Watch those kids.
Watch out for the kids.
Don't let the sub give the test.
There you go. All right, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed that video. Also, this is a y'all sweet tea meal, by the way. This is a, you know what I mean? This one of them. This one of them. You gotta wash down sweet tea.
Yeah.
I don't like washing down a sweet meal with sweet tea. Personally, I don't. Like
Well, see, I'm with you. And then we have y'all sweet tea up there if you want to pour you some.
I do.
Okay, good. And the ice is in the ice machine, ice maker.
And
and there's some ice in there too. That's the Georgia peach. That's one of my favorites.
Okay, that's what I want to get.
Let me see. You got ice? Yeah. Anybody here want some tea?
All right, I just grabbed one.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just pouring myself.
I have one somewhere, but I don't know
there we
what to do
go.
with it.
Y'all sweet tea, Georgia peach.
Georgia peach. What do you think? Did I do okay with it?
That's amazing.
I followed your directions.
There you go.
So now you're teaching me.
Yep.
I taught you, now you're teaching me.
There you go.
Very good. And
awesome.
Wonderful.
I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's an easy casserole. Also, it's in Miss Danna's cookbook. Don't forget,
Yep.
Happiness is Homemade, y'all. Page 66.
Yeah, page 66.
And
there you go.
we will link it down in the bottom. Make yourself a tater tot casserole. Try Danna's version if you already got your own version. And wash it down with some y'all sweet tea.
Oh, yeah, we love it.